Good. Good morning, everyone, and then welcome to another session of 122 Technicals. And I want to thank you guys for joining me on another episode. For those that are new, what we basically do here is just look at the opportunities the market have for us for today, what we can expect, and how we can make money off what we expect. So, that being said, normally we start with our fundamentals before we get to our technicals. So let's look at the fundamentals we have for today. We already had high impact news on NZD. That's why we saw that whole shoot on NZD. Like there was some massive hourly candle on NZD this morning before we woke up. And then I think the next one is by 7 p.m. and then 10 p.m. FOMC within minutes by 7 p.m. FOMC by 7 p.m. That will cause a lot of volatility in the market. So you guys should actually watch out for that. So let me share my trading view so we can take a look at what we have on my pairs. So as usual, I'll start with my currency pairs, the currency pairs I trade, before we look at other currency pairs. So now, yesterday, I think yesterday this price was around here. Price just broke this low here yesterday. And then I said something about what price still being in the short run inside this whole range where we can take some sells. And then in the long run, as far as it doesn't break this low here, you understand, we're still bullish. And then we'll still have that bullish sentiment. But then there were some very nice sells to take yesterday on this thing. What's happening to my mouse? On AED USD, there were some very nice trades to actually sells to take on AED USD yesterday. First is this one here. This one here. I think yesterday I told you guys to watch out for this area here. Yeah, and then price actually reacted from there, and then TP1 at this area here, at this low here. So we actually got this move. And then for today, let's see what we have today. How many people actually caught that sell? Did anybody catch the sell? I think we even had like entry criteria on the lower. Okay, good. So let's look at what the market has for us today. Let's just flow with it, basically. So we had this, we kind of broke to the downside, but it was just a small break. We pushed, we pulled back, failed to create another low. And then we kind of like started creating some small, that was not a higher high. We did not close above this structure here. This was the higher high. And then kind of like a higher low. And then we had like a mini shift in market structure. And then now we are retesting this area exactly. This is really tricky. So basically, anyhow, what I would like to see is a clear break either ways. For a break to the downside, fine. If I see a break to the downside, what I can wait for is what? That retest you get. Or if I have the break to the upside, let's see price just continues to the upside then. If price just continues to the upside, then price is actually not going price is not just going to break this side here, it's going to break this high here, this side too. So it's actually going to be a strong sign of a continuation. So and split that retest and continuation. But then for those that were long-term buyers, like long-term bullish, there was still that whole nice entry. Yeah. If you use this range yesterday, if you use this range, I think I told you guys to pay attention to the 50% of this range. And if you see at the 50% price at the golden ratio, we actually had a very nice entry. Look at this nice entry criteria here for what's the buy. And I think if you took the buy after this candlestick, see the candlestick here, this pin bar here. If you took the buy, I actually did not see it because I was like short-term sells. So I really did not see the buy. I think it's because I was looking for sales. That's why I didn't actually see the buy. So I think it's just this morning when I was looking at the whole stuff, and then I was like, wow, this was a very nice buy position. And if you took this buy position here, in case of next time, you guys can always watch out for this. This was an entry criteria. You enter at the close of the candle, and then what's your TP just at the top here. If you entered at that candlestick, you'd have been close to TP now, but then it has not still hit TP. So in case of next time, you guys should always pay attention to that. And then I don't know, me myself, as traders, we always have that. I don't know, it's the way our minds are wired. When once you start looking at something, expecting something, you can't actually see another thing. So sometimes you just look at the market from both perspectives. You get missed a very nice entry. After the sell, I was still looking for another sell, and then I missed a very nice buy. Anyhow, that being said, what you can watch out for is those breaks to the upside or to the downside. Then you wait for the retest to catch it, to catch what the positions. So now let's look at NZD. It's NZD that actually has something interesting. NZD has something interesting. NZD just did something like a shift in market structure, but yeah, kind of like a shift, because we were doing some mini uptrend shit, and then what we pulled back, failed to create another low, and then I think we actually broke structure. Yeah, this candlestick closed below, you get, and then we like broke massively to the upside, you get. So now what can we expect? What's that retest? That retest for what's the continuation? That retest for the continuation. Do you understand? Even if it's not the continuation, at least for to this high here. So now let me drop my Fibonacci, and then we know where we can expect that buy. Yep, this is the area inside here. So now you can watch out for when price gets to this area and see how it behaves. Yeah, if we see the whole bullish sentiment, then we can take the buy. Get. If you see your entry criteria, you can take the buy. Either way, you can still enter aggressively. If you start entering aggressively, is this person the only one? Can you guys hear me? Can other people hear me? Because someone is saying they can't hear me.
I can hear you actually.
Okay, the person not hearing me. Let me see. Have you connected to the audio? The person is actually connected. Favorite girly. Can you hear now? Or let me just tell the person to reconnect. Okay. Then fine, yeah, good. So now let's continue, yeah. I was saying that if you want to take the aggressive entry, then you can take it around here, and your TP just above. See, I think the aggressive entry, I'm taking it around is 0.64. Or I don't want to move it down to the 0.6500 because that's psychological distance. That's a psychological number. But then I don't want to enter there because it's too low. It's way below our distance, our golden ratio. You get. Well, price might actually react from there. Anyways, so stop loss just below the 0.7, and then TP just at the 0.5 for a 2.18 RR. That's if you want to enter aggressively. You get. Aggressive entries have their advantage and disadvantage. You get. So if you want to enter aggressively, then that's how you can enter aggressively. That's one way to look at the market. You get. It's not an assurance that it will happen, but once price gets into this area, you can enter conservatively or aggressively. Anyone that suits you. So that's basically what I have on NZD USD. Let's check Euro USD. Oh God. I hate when I see very wicked market structure formations. So basically what we have here is a shift in market structure. Do you understand? And in shifts in market structure, this is the place I tend to look at the neckline, you get. So that's basically what I want to see. a retest of the neckline to pick orders and what's the continuation. So if I'm going to, if anytime price gets here, yeah, if I see my entry criteria, I'll actually take that sell. Yeah, I'll take that sell, and then if I'm using entry criteria, then my stop loss above the entry criteria. But then the important thing is my TP is going to be at this low here, or any point the retracement starts. You get, at any point the retracement starts to the upside. That's where my TP is going. But if you want to enter aggressively, then you can set your order at that neckline, and then your stop loss just above that high, just above that high for a 2.11 hour. So that's another way you can look at it. Then GBP USD. I'm still crying. Oh, this is nice. Very interesting. Yeah, price just got to this area here. I think you guys, those of you that have my number on WhatsApp, you guys saw I posted something that price failed to actually pick my order with this candlestick here, with this one here. And then now price just got into this area again. And then now it's forming a very nice bearish rejection candle. Good. How many? Oh, Jesus, we still have a lot of time before this time close. And then the candlestick is still pushing. It's pushing down very well. From my experience, anytime this candlestick might not close bearish from what I've seen happen before. If the candlestick was actually pushing massively to the upside and then just started pushing down, it would be different. But now that it's pushing down like this, it's hard to be hard. Anyhow, yeah. So now price has actually gotten to our area of interest, which is the neckline of this shift in market structure. Yeah. And then price actually missed, I think price missed my entry yesterday with like 1 or 2 pips with this candlestick here. And then I just got inside again, and then it's retracing. I mean, it's rejecting. So now let's drop to our entry time frame and see if we see anything. Wow. Okay, guys, we have a potential setup on our entry time frame. Price just gave us a very nice bearish pin bar. So we can enter at that candlestick, and then our TP, we can target, let me see, this low here. We can target this low here. You get, so now this, I'm going to enter the position now. 1 second. Let me enter the position. Enter the position before continuing. So you enter at the current price. If you want to take this sell, yeah, enter at the current price, and then your stop loss just above. Yeah. Let me make it, yeah, just above that candlestick there. Let's see what will happen. Let's sit back and watch what will happen. So stop loss. Stop loss.
But
Yeah,
I can see a range here.
a range.
Yes.
It's not really a range.
Okay.
It's not really a range.
And it still looks like supply and demand. So I think the sell is actually valid.
Yeah. So you can, if you want to take the sell, you can take the sell, and then just use the parameters there. I'm coming. Let me go to the input side so you guys can look at it very well. Settings. So this stop loss entry price. Okay, price has already moved away small from our entry, but then TP is 1.24719, and then SL is 1.25626. Good. Those that already took it and profit, let's just watch how the trade will turn out. Either ways, if we get into some profits, you guys should not forget to move your stop losses to break even. You get, because this one thing now, this 8 o'clock candle has not closed, it just opened. So we might actually see some this thing. Either ways, we've seen an entry with our with our strategy. If it doesn't work, then it's just one of those days. It's not our fault. So I think this is my last pair. So let's do this thing. I'll start taking suggestions. Any questions or any pairs you guys want me to take a look at before we end the session? Any pairs you guys want me to take a look at? So I'm not seeing any pairs. So thank you guys for attending this session. And then as usual, always keep an open mind when it comes to the market. Yeah. And then those of you that are in this trade, once price gets to at least half of this, or not even half of this position, once price gets to this low here, move your stop losses to break even. Do you guys understand? Do you guys understand? Once price gets close to this low here, move your stop losses to break even. Because we might actually see a reaction. There's someone mentioned something that price might actually be in a range. So it might actually be in a range. So it might want to react from here what's reverse. So once price gets there, move your stop losses to break even. So someone said USDJPY. Let's take a look at USDJPY. Look at USDJPY, then we close. Is my network breaking? Okay. USDJPY, USDJPY, USDJPY. This is very nice in a way. We just had this 4-hour range. Yeah, price breaking to the downside. And then this is our range basically from here to here. And price is just getting into our into our into our Fibonacci range. But then if you drop to the one, I think it's actually going to respect this 4-hour range. So you can watch out for this area here. If you see any entry criteria inside this area, then you can take the sell. And as usual, your exits should be at this level here, the 0 of the Fibonacci. Yeah, so watch out. We're actually seeing rejections inside this area, so you can watch out and see what will happen. Then the next one, someone said Eurocard, right? Yeah, Eurocard. Wow. Wow. That's why he's cross pairs. They are always having what I don't understand. So yeah, this is supposed to be a retracement. But then we have pulled back deeper. And then inside this pullback that we're pulling back, it's not like we broke and then we retested. We broke and then we not retest. And now we're creating another low. Price might actually, that's one thing I really don't understand. I don't know this pair, so I really cannot vouch for it. You understand? One thing I can say is that if you see the break to the downside, if you see price break this low, this level here to the downside, yeah, if you see price break it to the downside, then you can wait for a retest or wait. Get. And then if you're waiting for a retest, you can catch the sell. That's if you're entering aggressively. You can catch the sell and drop your stop loss just above that. That's high there. That lower high there. Or inside this area that price is in now, price has actually got inside the area again. Yeah, you can wait for. If this candlestick close bullish, then you can, if it's a bullish rejection candle, then maybe you can take it buy. You can gamble the buy and then your stop loss just below the candle. That's another way you can look at it. But honestly, I wouldn't trade this pair now because it's not, I don't know, the behavior is just one kind. Anyhow, any other thing? Okay, guys. Those of you that took that GBP USD trade, just pay attention to it. I think there's news. There's news right now. Let me see the way price is moving. I see if there's news. Let me see. Let's go back to our fundamentals. Can you guys see my screen? Sure. Let's see. Is there any news now? Oh, there's a speech right now on you. Oh, that's what I don't like. This volatility, I don't. 9 a.m. It's not even now, sir. So where is the volatility coming from? Because there's no news right now. Anyhow, just hold your positions. As far as it doesn't go to your stop loss, then it's still valid. So just hold your positions and let's see how it goes. But this massive candlestick that is just forming now on the 15 minutes, if it closes bullish, let's just watch how it. Well, let's just watch how it goes. Anyhow, take care of yourselves, guys, and then just pay attention to that position because it's GBP USD. GBP USD has a very shitty behavior. Yeah. So stay safe, guys, and then take care of yourselves. Please always keep an open mind to the market. Don't trade what you feel the market is telling you. Trade what the market is actually showing you. Don't trade what you feel. Trade what is actually happening, guys. So that's being said, I'll catch you guys same time tomorrow, 8 a.m. And for those that have not joined the group chat, you can join the group chat. The link is in the chat section. Okay, guys. Take care. And one last thing, for those that want to watch the video again, I'll be sending the link after the video converts. Catch you guys later.